Hello everyone, it's me again, your girl Sage. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, for the past week, I've been trying to think what our first topic should be, and then I remember that there are some WAEC and JAM people like this period they'll want to start preparing for their WAEC and JAM against next year. So I'm going to be dealing on a topic, a very strong WAEC and JAM topic, which is simultaneous equations. So we have two methods of solving simultaneous equations. We have the substitution method and the elimination method. The substitution method is all about, from the word substitute, substituting one equation into the other, while the elimination method, from the name, is about eliminating any of the variables. So we are going to be starting off with this example. We have x plus y equal to 7 and x minus y equal to 1. As you can see, these are simultaneous equations of two variables. The two variables being your x and your y. It may not necessarily be x and y, it can be a, b, c, anything at all, as far as it's an unknown variable and not a number. So now we'll start off by naming our equations. I'll call this first one equation 1 and call this second one equation 2. So let's start off by learning the substitution method. Like I said earlier, substitution method is substituting one equation into the other. But before you substitute one equation into the other, you first of all start by solving it before substituting. You can start with any of the equations, but here I'm going to be starting with my equation 1. So by solving it, I mean that make any of the variables subject to the formula. You can make your x or your y subject to the formula. But in this case, I want to make x subject to the formula here in equation 1. Now, if I want to do that, I need to carry y to the other side so that x can stand on its own. And if I want to carry y to the other side, we'll be left with x equals 7. If this is a plus sign here, plus y. So if it goes to the other side, it's going to cross this equal to. Hence, the sign will change and to become 7 minus y. Now, this is like a new equation entirely. Let's call this new equation our equation 3. Now, like I said, you've solved this equation 1. So now you can substitute it into the other equation. That means we are going to substitute this equation 3 into equation 2. So we'll be saying substitute equation 3 in equation 2. What do I mean by substitute? Another word for substitute means what? Replace. So substituting this simply means replacing x. So instead of writing x minus y equal to 1, we are going to replace this x with what? 7 minus y. So hence our equation 2, instead of being x minus y equal to 1, will become 7 minus y equal to 1. This second minus y is coming from the equation 2. So now you are left with an equation of just one variable. The one variable here is just y. So since it's one variable, you can solve for your y. So to solve for y, we'll be having 7 minus y, that should give us negative 2y. So we'll have minus 2y equals 1. We are solving for y. So we'll need to make this subject the formula. So we'll carry this 7 to the other side. And just like we did here, because it crosses the equal to sign, it will turn to minus. So that means we'll be having minus 2y equals 1 minus 7. So then this will give us minus 2y equals 1 minus 7 is negative 6. We're almost done. We have a coefficient standing in front of y. We need to remove this coefficient. Hence, to do that, we are going to remove the coefficient by dividing by minus 2. So we are going to divide both sides by negative 2. If we do that, this negative 2 will cross out this negative 2 on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, we'll be left with y equals, this negative sign will cross out negative sign. So we'll be left with 6 divided by 2, which is what? 3. So that means our value is y equals 3. We have the value of one variable already. So we need to look for the other. So now that we have our y equals 3, I'm going to substitute this value I've gotten into any of the equations. But I'm going to substitute it into equation 3 because it's more direct. So if we do that, instead of writing, we're going to be substituting y equals 3 into equation 3. If we do that, we'll be having x equals 7. Instead of having 7 minus y, since our y is equal to 3, it will be 7 minus 3. So that means we are having x is equal to 4. So therefore, our values from this equation is x equal to 4 and y equal to 3. So we've learned how to solve the equation using the substitution method. Now we are going to be learning the elimination method. Like I said earlier, elimination means eliminating any of the variables. Now you are going to be eliminating the variables by performing arithmetic operations between the two equations. That is either add, subtract, y. So we've learned how to solve the simultaneous equations using substitution method. Now we are going to learn how to solve it using the elimination method. Now, like I said earlier, elimination method means eliminating any of the variables, either your x or your y. You are going to eliminate these variables by performing arithmetic operations between your equations. That is, either you add, you subtract, or you multiply, or even divide as far as one of the variables will go. So you are just going to observe your two equations. As you can see, you have x plus y equals 7, x minus y equals 1. Then you have to figure out, okay, what operation will I perform that any of the variable will go? Now, this is a very straightforward question. You have plus y here and minus y here. If you add them together, if you add the two equations together, definitely y will go, y will be eliminated. So you can either add the two equations together for y to go, or you subtract. If you subtract, x can go, or you subtract for x to go. So I want y to go, so I want to be adding the equations. So I'll be saying add equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, if we do that, adding, you are adding according to your variables, meaning that this x here and this x here will become x plus x. Then adding these two means you are having plus y plus minus y. Then for the right hand side, equal to 7 plus what? 1. Now x plus x will give us 2x. Y plus minus y, from the golden rule, plus minus is minus. So this y plus minus y is like saying y minus y, which is 0. So that means y has been eliminated. So I left with 2x equals 7 plus 1, 8. We have 2x equals 8. So we need to find the value of x. To do that, we are going to divide both sides by 2. So if we divide both sides by 2, we cancel off 2 from the left hand side, leaving us with x. And for the right hand side, we're left with 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So now that you've gotten your value of one of the variables, you can substitute it into any of the equations to get your other variable. I'm going to substitute it into equation 1. So I'm going to say substitute x equal to 4 into equation 1. If I do that, means I'm going to replace x as 4 here. So instead of writing x plus y equals 7, I'll be writing 4 plus y equals 7. Now we want to find the value of y. So we have to carry this 4, collect like terms by carrying this 4 to the other side. And if we do that, we'll be having plus y is equal to 7 minus 4. Because it crossed the equal to sign, that's why it's turned to minus. So that way we are having our y is equal to 3. So as you can see, the substitution method and the elimination method gave the same answers. So whichever method you prefer using, or in exams, if it's specified, you can use any of your method to solve simultaneous equations. So we are going to stop here for today. In our next video, I'm going to take another example on solving simultaneous equation with the substitution and elimination method. So please like and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for my next video, and do tell me if this video was helpful and what you think the next topic should be. Bye guys, Sage out.